on games. Games, what am I talking about? Those games that your kids are playing and have played for 15, 20 years now, structures the brain in very positive ways. They are intuitively enlightened. Why do we go to our kids to say, fix the VCR, if you have a VCR anymore, a DVR? Can you set the clock on this? Can you do that? They get it all very quickly. They've been learning this from age 2, 3, 4 on how to look at this. But games have grown up now into adulthood, and the new phrase is serious gaming. And adults are now being trained at corporations using software called serious gaming, where they role play behind the counter at a Hilton Gardens Inn and in front of the counter as customers. And you see this now and in the way in which they are learning to be trained to work in various jobs. Serious gaming can be done anywhere, remotely. The fact is, when kids play video games, they experience a much more powerful form of learning than when they're in the classroom. Learning isn't about memorized, isolated facts. It's about connecting and manipulating them. We believe games are the literature of the 21st century, said Chris Swain of the University of Southern California. When you look at games today, it may be difficult to see that, but the pieces are in place for this to happen. Games are teaching a variety of whole-minded lessons to a new generation of workers and have given rise to an industry that demands several key skills of the conceptual or human age. Just you wait, it's coming. You're going to see these serious gamers. They're out there. There are huge gaming conventions, and these guys walking around in outfits, and you think, my goodness sakes, am I out of touch or what? But they're taking this to the business world, and the business world can change the questions that are being asked at that ticket counter or at that Hilton Gardens Inn in a second by programming it differently and change the scenarios that are being done. Talk about efficient way of training. This whole issue of serious gaming is fast upon us. The question is it accessible to all people with disabilities? That is a whole nother issue that is very hard to prove. And there are civil rights issues associated with the accessibility of technology, accessibility of the internet and the World Wide Web. And I wish the Target case had gone all the way to trial, and instead Target settled its case in California because they were charged with violating the ADA because its website was not accessible, or its websites were not accessible, or it's fully accessible. Had they taken that all the way through, we'd have had a court case with a good decision, I think, on our behalf. Instead, they settled. They paid $6 million. A group of blind individuals received the money, and National Federation of the Blind is now certifying their websites as accessible or not. Anyway, I really wish that issue would get solved. I tried very hard in the 2008 amendments to the Americans with Disabilities Act to get access to the internet and the World Wide Web as a civil right and could not achieve that. Business, frankly, is very much in favor of having accessible websites, and some of them see the level of accessibility of their websites as a competitive advantage that allows them to attract customers that they didn't have before, as well as employees. Most jobs and postings are now online, and if you can't use if the website is not accessible where recruitment is occurring or promotional opportunities internally, you are losing out on a group of people with disabilities and other people.